So I wanted to go ahead and show everybody a live demo of how the algorithm works. And if you guys are interested in videos like this, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really does support the channel. So I've started my Python program and it's going to be going through my screeners on Webull. Now this is completely hard coded, but this is the algorithm that's given me an 80% success rate. So for example, it's going through the gainers and then it's going through each of the gainers and it's going through the comments section. And I just want to show everybody how this works. So it's extracting the name of the stock on the screen. This isn't a thing that can be copy and pasted. You can't make an API call. I'm using a library called Tesseract on Python, which is letting me do this. And I'm also getting the bullish and bearish percentages. I am creating API calls to the Yahoo Finance library to get the market caps for these stocks, get the bullish and bearish percentages by reading them through the Webull desktop app. I'm doing this through Tesseract, like I said. Really cool library, which allows you to read text from images, extract it directly, and then go ahead and analyze it as needed. So again, all of this goes in my database, which I will process later. This is an example algorithm, and then I go ahead and make trades based on data I get. So I just wanted to go ahead and put this out there. This is very convenient for people that work 9 to 5s and that don't have the time to go ahead and actually, trade full time. Me personally, I'm a software engineer, so, I had used my skills to go ahead and do something as a hobby. And in fact, this is using the exact same trading mechanisms I've used for the last 3 years to really make about close to 100% in 3 years from a small account, which was $5,000. Right now I'm trading with 25,000. And here are the trades which the Discord bot automates. So I have one for the Legend tier, the Diamond tier, and the All Access tier on my Patreon. I'm not plugging my Patreon. You are free to join. You don't have to join. I just thought this is very informative on how you can go ahead and notify yourself too whenever a trade's being placed. So this is the Legend tier channel and stock was covered for 1.89%. Now you might be like, that's not a lot, right? Normal people would hold it, try to get some bigger gains off it. Let's go ahead and take a look what happened. This stock actually went to 6.8. So I shorted it. Had I held the short, I would have been down about 120%. So this algorithm is purely fundamental, right? No emotions, not always trying to get big gains. It goes simply off of numbers and charts, as well as the overall market sentiment. So I have absolutely no control over whether or not a stock should be bought or sold. I have intervened a couple times telling people to take profits like I have, and the bot did a better job than covering and selling that I did. It made more money. I'm going to go ahead, let the algorithm go pretty much 100% on its own, and I'm just going to watch from the side. And as everyone can take a look here, this week has been completely profitable. It's cut out of a lot of entries, but prior to large movement happening, and it's usually been against my entry. So it's saved me from losing a lot of money. It's also made 10, 12% on a lot of trades. Like not every single trade will be, hey, 2%, we got to get out. The fundamentals are not looking good. So it really knows when to buy and sell. And obviously for people that don't have unlimited day trades like I do, the Diamond tier gets a little bit of a score saying whether a stock should be bought or sold and what percent score that is. So the higher the percent score, the better the trade should be, theoretically. So again, those are the little bit of a differentiation between my tiers. And again, I'm not asking anyone to join, but I think it's really neat. Diamond gets lifetime access, Legend gets about 15 seconds delay, and the basic tier gets about a 30-second delay. Again, I think this is the way to financial independence, at least for me. I'm going to be working my full-time software engineering job. But in the meantime, why not go ahead and try to develop an algorithm to trade? I already trade anyways. Now I automated it, I'm saving time, and I'm making money. So works really well. I wanted to actually talk about a couple of big movers the last couple of weeks in the market. SMCI, if you guys know, super micro computer. It's been going crazy on Wall Street bets, and a way I analyze a lot of sentiment behind stocks. And again, these are for trades I actually don't post on my tier, on my Discord. This is just my personal trades. I want to go and talk about it. So the short volume percentage is sitting close to 70%, which means a majority of the stock is being traded through dark pools and major players are going short. This is usually an indicator of a upcoming pullback because it hasn't happened yet. So this is like a forward indicator that I use. And likewise on stocks like Apple and NVDA, you won't notice the same thing. So what that essentially means is, again, let's go to Apple because it's actually pulled back about $20 since its high. And I'm going to be loading up Apple, going short SMCI at the same time, about the same amount of money in both. And that way, the market can go ahead, adjust itself accordingly. I always use the same amount of money per trade, and that is the basic fundamental way to do it. If anybody studied calculus, you know how optimization works. It's usually when both numbers are the same that you get the best result. It's very similar in stocks, just, me giving a very fifth grader approach to it, but That's what I'm going to be doing. At least these are my moves. Again, these are all personal based moves. I will not be putting this on my Discord, and I'm not a financial advisor. I just look at numbers and action. But again, if this new strategy does work, I might end up incorporating it into an algorithm, because why not? You know, everything is better when it's automated. I don't really have to work for it, just have to put in some work into actually coding it out. So I'm going to be going longer on NVIDIA. There was a pullback on NVIDIA, SMCI, and Apple's just down. So again, NVIDIA's short volume percentage is actually looking a whole lot better. That means NVIDIA, short term, I would say it's a little more bullish than SMCI, which is actually bearish in my opinion. I would honestly not be surprised if it ends up at $900. If you're watching this video in the future, I mean, maybe 100% wrong, by the way. This is my personal short-term price prediction, which I'm going to use to leverage on a trade. Very, very simple. So just wanted to put it out there. I will be making more videos, but it's going to be centered around algorithmic trading. This is really, you know, my calling, I feel like, and hopefully you guys did enjoy the video.